thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Welcome to the AfterMat, your source for the WWE pay-per-view recaps. I'm your host, the People's Champ Cal, and I don't know if it's coming out in 4K, but it's recording in 4K in many cams, so I don't think Google Hangouts has the ability to do 4K, but it's pretty cool that it's working out, at least on many cams, so I'm happy about that. It's been a while. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while. At least it seems so. I don't know. But I have my lovely co-host and tag team partner, the Glamazon Delisha. What's going on, Delisha?
Hey, it's been one heck of a day, one heck of a month. I think it's been a lot of months since the last pay-per-view. So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I know. I feel like usually we had like pay-per-views every other week because of the brand split, but now that we don't have a brand split, we're stuck with like 7-hour pay-per-views once a month now. So that's what it feels like. Almost to the fact where I didn't even know there was a pay-per-view going on because I didn't realize it started so early, and I kind of missed out on that first few matches. But it's okay. Let me go ahead and acknowledge we
didn't miss much.
According to, yeah, so I apparently did much. And if you guys don't know already, we're going to be talking about Money in the Bank 2018, which is our season 2, episode 2 of AfterMat. Let me go ahead and acknowledge people in the chat first. We got Rhea. What's going on, Rhea? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. We got Tom Zambino, who's also our roving Brock Lesnar reporter, but as you know, Brock Lesnar is nowhere to be seen. Who knows? We haven't seen him since WrestleMania, I guess, right?
Is the man still even alive?
Or actually the Greatest Royal Rumble, right? Maybe the Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't know when the last time we saw him is. But, you know, if Tom wants to call in, he can let us know. What's going on, Smokescreen? Smokescreen, Let's support mine. Oh, yeah. There's no bot. This is like our group show, so I don't want to do that stuff for this. But yeah, it's our group show, so that's why we don't have the bot up. But thank you, I appreciate you trying to do the links. Will, what's going on, Will? We got Typical here. I think we saw Sky too. I saw Sky say boop. I saw, maybe that was Tom saying boop. All right. Takis Mods versus Buck. What's going on, Buck? And I think I heard he's in some cave somewhere eating meat. Yes, I got that tweet from you too. All right, yeah. All right. Tom Zimino agrees that seems like it's been a long time because we used to do pay-per-views every week. Of course, we can't complete our stable without our man in the rafters, our fact checker, Joe. I know he's making an appearance a little bit later, but we do have Joe here as well. So he rounds out our team. So let's get started. I guess the first match. So here's the thing. The pay-per-views start apparently now at 7 o'clock. I did not know that. They always start at 8, but now that they're like 7-hour pay-per-views, because there's no more brand split.
There is a brand split.
I'll say split still there, but just no longer split it pay-per-views.
Yeah.
They're all co-branded.
Yes, co-branded. Will saying he hopes Braun is the Universal Champ by SummerSlam. I don't know. All right, Typical. Have a good day. And Rise Up, what's going on, buddy? All right, so the first match is a pre-show match. Oh, wait, let me do that. My graphics that I always do. I forgot to do. See, it's been such a long time that I'm like even behind on my graphics. So let's go ahead with the graphic one. Our pre-show match featured, I don't even know their names, the Bullet Club or the Balor Club, which is Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, right? Versus
yes, or the Good Brothers are being called now.
The what?
Don't
the Goon Brothers?
Good. The Good Brothers.
Oh, the Good Brothers. Okay, well that's kind of stupid.
For a while.
So what happened in this match? I know who won, but like I don't even know what happened. I saw the ending when they showed like previous or earlier on tonight's episode. So was it a good match?
Yeah.
At all, or?
It might have been. I didn't see it. I was trying to get dinner together, and I kid you not, me and my friend went to go make our plates in the kitchen, and we came back and the match was over. So I'm pretty sure it was like a 5-minute match. Not necessarily a squash, because I did see, like, because we could see the television from my kitchen. I could see Luke and Gallows getting some good offense in there, and I think they were going for their finisher. You know what the finisher's called?
Magic Killer.
Magic Killer.
Yep.
But they got, I forget who, but they got speared, and then the Bludgeon Brothers got the pin and retained. I mean, because this is on the pre-show, I don't think anyone expected the Good Brothers to win. And I'm just waiting for Sanity to make their debut on SmackDown.
Yes.
It's been like 3,000 years. So I'm kind of thinking that's probably what their next feud is going to be. And so maybe we'll see them on Tuesday. And just for the record, I did not see NXT TakeOver, so please, no one spoil it for me. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. So please, no one spoil that. Because
that's actually, I was just about to ask you, because I didn't see it either. Hopefully no one spoils it for us in the chat. But
I was really looking forward to that Velveteen Dream and Ricochet match, because it looked like it was going to... I heard it was a really good match, so I'm happy. I'm waiting to see it.
Who is the current tag team champion of NXT? Is it the Undisputed Era, or is it
it's still them?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do have some good tag teams coming up, like Undisputed Era. We have Sanity, because the Authors of Pain have just gone to Raw, right? But I don't really hear much about them. So.
Oh yeah, I swear they had like one or two matches, and we haven't seen them since. I don't know what.
I kind of wonder if one of them is injured.
Oh, Joe is wondering if one of them is injured. Maybe that's all.
Doesn't matter. You just have the same guy. They both look the same. You just put one.
Honestly,
move really fast. All right. Yeah. So in our pre-show match, the Bludgeon Brothers won over by using their special move, which is like a power bomb, like a double spike power bomb, whatever you want to call it, to win the match. The second match featured. Did he break his neck yet? Because I know. Tom Zambino messaged me that something happened during the match. It looked like he got hurt, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I was hoping he might have broke his neck again and ended his career. But it was Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass in a grudge match, which I did not see any of at all. So what happened during this match?
Not much. If you saw the Backlash match, that's pretty much what happened in this match too. Honestly, I can't say I like Big Cass, but I don't hate him. Like, I feel like he's okay in the ring, but as soon as he puts that mic to his face, I'm like, I'm just checked out. And like, so these promos that he's been cutting these last couple of weeks on Daniel Bryan has just been, I'm sorry, they've been terrible. And I know this is like just a filler feud for Daniel Bryan for either the Miz later on down the line or someone else right after the. I'm actually not sure, but if you didn't see this match, you didn't miss anything. You can go watch their Backlash match and pretty much get the same beats. We got Daniel Bryan doing Daniel Bryan things, you know, with the kicks in the middle, not in the middle, during the turnstile. Sorry, turnbuckle. Then you have Big Cass trying to stronghold him. He kept doing this like the torture rack thing where they hold the guy above their shoulders and like stretch them out like that. Like he kept doing that a couple of times. He did manage to get out of one of Daniel Bryan's submissions by rolling over and grabbing onto the bottom of the ropes. But of course, eventually Daniel Bryan, the man who's known for submission holds, got him in the end in the middle of the ring, and he tapped out again.
Oh man! So I completely forgot this match was that happened at Backlash. Anyway, that's how much I care about Daniel Bryan matches, and I hope that if Daniel Bryan does fight Miz, the Miz wins because I'm sick of Daniel Bryan. I really just hope he just ends his career or dies in the ring, either or. Really? Yes. I have no affection for Daniel Bryan whatsoever.
You're getting booed by Joe, by the way.
SydeWalkClosed. What's going on, buddy? And Tom Domino still can't shake the feeling that Big Cass is just letting from of Mice and Men. I hope him and Carmel don't get back together, but hey, what can I do about that? Not much, because my heart is in the bliss. All right, so we'll go on to our next match. Basically, the moral of the story is Daniel Bryan is still wrestling. Who cares? Nobody cares. Next match is Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. I didn't even know this was a match. I did see Bobby Lashley compete in some like American Ninja Warrior on Raw when I fast forwarded through it the other day. I don't know why they're fighting. Why was Sami Zayn in Money in the Bank? I still don't even know that. Why is Bobby Lashley back? I still don't know why he's back. But what happened in this match? Anything good? Or was it a squash?
Nah, it was a squash. Me and my friend were hoping that when we saw Daniel Bryan and Cass first, and then this one second, we were like, "Oh, are we getting all the buffer matches out of the way in the first hour?" But that didn't happen. But because we were hoping it would be this match, and then the Reigns and Jinder match would be next. Yeah. But this, I don't. Again, they have another big guy in which they don't know what to do with him. Lashley, who spent about a decade in the other company, which has no name according to WWE, spent that time honing up his mic skills. We all know because he's a big guy, he can move in the ring. That was never, I don't think that was really ever in question with anyone. It was his mic skills that bored everyone to tears. And yet he comes back, and then the first time he gets to do legit promo work is in this stupid angle with Sami Zayn, whose big, I guess, feud with him is questioning his army skills. I don't understand.
Questioning his whole this whole thing because of how questioning how Bobby Lashley said he had a tough upbringing, having 3 older sisters, and then it was and then he had that, and then Sami Zayn had that horrible segment where he had those.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear Joe. He's trying to explain what the promos related to this. It still makes no sense. I will give Sami Zayn credit. He tried his best to make these promos work in the most entertaining way as possible, but they didn't work. And this match, the crowd didn't care. And Bobby Lashley, I think he powerbombed him in the middle of the ring, and he didn't even pin him. All he did was place his hand on his chest, and then the ref counted to 3, and the match was over, saving us from another 5 minutes of boredom.
Sidewalk says that Lashley has no character. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why they brought him back. There's no reason to bring him back.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, he's another cast that. Well, no, I take that back because Lashley has potential, but they don't know what to do with him.
Why can't? Oh, we'll get to that in the next match. All right, we'll get to the next match. Oh yeah, anything else to say? I guess Lashley won. Anybody care?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, if you didn't hear.
Yeah. Okay, so the next match, I saw Elias come out and sing, and this is when I was talking when Tom Zamir actually messaged me or thinking we're watching it, and then I went to go make myself dinner or something, and I come back and the match was over apparently, and apparently it was a long match. It was a 17-minute match, but I don't know how I missed this match. I don't understand how I missed this match. I come back and it was over. I think I watched the beginning of it. And there was good action. I watched the segment, but I don't understand how I missed it. And when I came back, I didn't even know who won because it was a backstage promo. And I wish Tom would call in for this because Tom loves. Well, Will says he wants Sami Zayn to get a push, and Tom says people say the same thing about Bobby Roode too. But Bobby Roode has got the best entrance in WWE at the moment, I think. So you can't say anything. Like his entrance alone is better than Bobby Lashley's anything. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, like what happened? I mean, I'm guessing he hit the Falcon Arrow. I'm sure he hit like the Frog Splash. Did Elias have any moments in this match? Like, was there any good moments? Like, I can't believe I missed. I don't get how I missed it.
See, the thing is, I'm sorry, guys. My brain is fried. I know that this was a really good match, but my brain would not recall a thing except for the finish, which I will say was interesting. But Elias, again, he was holding his own. It was a really good match, and of course, Seth was pulling out his, like you said, the frog splashes, the knee from off the top of the apron. I mean, yeah, off the top of the turnbuckle. No guitar shots this time. Everything was going on pretty cleanly until the end, where I believe Elias had Seth in a roll up that Seth reversed into his own roll up by grabbing the tights and then won.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what Tom says. The end was a weird roll up thing, and Rollins grabbed the tights. Sidewalk says Rollins is always a must see. Big elbow drops from the top as well. Yeah, I mean, Rollins is cool. I mean, I heard like the entrance was awesome too because the whole crowd screamed "Burn it down" or whatever when he came out and stuff like that. So
yeah. Actually,
Chicago always has good Money in the Bank entrances.
Yeah, my friend had a question of why does Seth Rollins, if he's calling himself the Architect, why does he want to burn everything down? I was like, I couldn't answer him. I was like, I don't know.
Well, no, you know what he's doing? He's burning down other people's work. That way he gets hired to build it himself as the architect. Boom. So,
okay. So I would tell him that.
he's an arsonist. So that is what we're saying. He's an arsonist first, and then he's an architect second.
Like, hey, I see that building.
See, Tom Zaminos said the same thing as me in the chat right now. Chat is a little delayed, but he just said he burns it all down so then he can rebuild it. Exactly what I said. That's funny. All right. That's why we're all a team, guys. All right. So the next match. Anything else to say about this match? Okay. So I want to talk about something Tom was talking to me about. He texted him about. Because I know he's an Elias fan. I know he's a Rollins fan. I asked him before the match, who do you want to win? And he says Elias needs it more. Elias should win because Rollins should be in the WWE Universal title picture, which I do agree with. It's a good time for Elias to come up and get some mid-card push and the mid-card championship. That'd be awesome. And Rollins, can actually get that title shot that he deserves. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, if they would have reversed that finish to where Rollins had the roll-up and then Elias reversed it with the tights, I feel like that would have made more sense. And then you have Rollins chase for the next pay-per-view or whatever. And then we could have extended this feud a little bit more. But I guess you still can because Elias was like, I was screwed. But it's usually your big... Anyway, yeah, I feel like it could have been better the other way around and have Seth chase, but I digress.
Will is saying, can Seth burn Roman's empire and build him for himself? Yeah. It's funny because, like, if Roman turns heel, everyone's going to love him. So it's just like the whole John Cena thing. Like I said, I don't really like John Cena. I don't like Roman Reigns as much anymore. But, I do respect what they do for the business for the most part because they're still around. Yeah. And they show up and, I mean, I guess you can call it perform. But, we'll see. We'll talk when we go into that match. The next match is the first match I actually kind of watched. I really watched, actually, because, it featured some of my favorite people, the Women's Revolution, or Evolution, whatever it's called, Women's Revolution. I forgot what it's called. But it had, the likes of Alexa Bliss, and then Becky Lynch, and Sasha, and then people I don't care about. But, I think while Tom and I are talking through this match, we're talking about how many of these people we wish would not wrestle anymore. I think one of the best spots of the match was Ember Moon's springboard crossbody onto hitting Sasha onto the ladder. That was cool. Mm-hmm. The double knees. So I think Sasha set up a ladder. Ember Moon was on it, I think, and then she put Lana or somebody else on it. Yep. And then I forgot who it was, but then they did the double knees. That was cool. Becky Lynch was within grasp a few times. Her and Charlotte had a good standoff. Charlotte and Sasha had a good standoff. I don't really remember Lana doing anything besides the accolade. Alexa Bliss, the whole thing I was worried about with Alexa Bliss was, can she actually reach the thing? I'm like, but then I forgot there's a giant ladder. I completely forgot Natalia was in it. I forgot Naomi was kind of in it. And who's that behind me? Is that Ember Moon? I guess it's Ember Moon.
Ember.
Right behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was an actual fun, entertaining match. I think it went over better than the first ever one because it was they were kind of nervous about it. This time they let loose and they were able to do. Remember, because I told you last year they reserved they didn't let the women go all out, which they could do, but they didn't let them. And this year they did. Like the crossbody, they're sacrificing their bodies. That's what they did this year and looked fantastic. It was great match overall. And then, obviously the best part of the match, Little Miss Bliss sets up a giant ladder and climbs up and wins. And that was great. I just don't understand how people have such a hard time taking it off. Like, I think Becky was up there for a while, Naomi, and they're like, oh, I can't get it off. I can't get it off. I can't get it off. I would be practicing all week with one of those little classes just to practice taking that off because they couldn't take it off. And then Alexa does it on her first try kind of thing. I'm glad Alexa won. She kind of didn't need it. But then, as soon as this happened, Tom texted me saying she's probably going to cash in tonight and beat Ronda Rousey for the championship, which we'll get to later. But I was happy. I was like, if Alexa wins, I think she should cash in tonight or that night. When we're talking about it, that night and win it. And I wasn't sure what would happen, but we'll get to that in a little while. What did you think of this match?
I'm on the same beat. This was a much better Money in the Bank match. The crowd was really into it, which I was happy for. They were really pulling for Becky. Like every time she was on that ladder, the crowd just got so hyped. And I was just actually really glad that she was getting the hype that she deserved. And then I noticed the second person to get the much hype would probably be Ember, and then Naomi still, and then Alexa, and then actually quite surprisingly Sasha and Natalia. Well, not for Natalia, but
Sasha got booed.
Yeah, I was surprised. I guess people are starting to get tired of her, or they watched the Aftermat and they heard me say how she's the mean in real life, so now they don't cheer for her because she used to be my number one WWE wife until she got knocked down the ranks. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. But they're probably just stale on the lack of story that WWE is giving her. So if they're like WWE doesn't care, why should we? Same one to tell you. I mean, I love Natty. I appreciate everything that she's done in her last 10, 15 years in her tenure, but you kind of going a little stale, girl. I know it's not 100% all on her, but I'm like, oh, I'm not into you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. I actually was kind of pulling for either Ember or Becky because, again, I don't think Alexa needs it, but I wasn't oh my god, devastated for her getting it. And Lana didn't screw up, so good on her.
Yeah. A bunch of stuff from the chat. We got Will saying that Roman should turn heel like The Rock did in '97. SydeWalk is agreeing that this match is what they should have had last year. This is what last year should have been like, instead of them being so reserved. Will saying honestly Natalia should have been the woman should have won the ladder match in his opinion, because I guess he's a Natalia fan. I think it's like me where I said she's done a lot for the business, so she finally deserves something. But she did win the championship pretty recently, relatively speaking. Tom says, "Don't worry, Cal. Natalia and Naomi are easily forgettable." Typical's back. Welcome back. Tom loved that Becky just stopped when she was about to grab it and then stared at Alexa for about 3 seconds. Tom also says that Natty debuted stale. Her thing is that she can wrestle, has a famous family, loves cats a disturbing amount, and that's not really a character. Exactly. I love though how for Heath Slater they say he's got kids, and then for Natty they say she's got cats.
She's got cats.
Yeah, so I do love that. But yeah, it was great. I was worried about all these other ladders are relatively short, and I was worried about Little Miss Bliss getting up there, but then they got the big one. I was hoping they just have Braun Strowman come out and go raw and throw her up in the air, just catch it and then bring it back out. But then that would be
oh my goodness! I just realized something, but I'll get to that later. But I just realized. Well, good.
Yeah. It would have been less shame because someone I'm going to mention a little bit later, another match did that last year, kind of screwing over the women's thing, taking away from the women winning the match.
Yeah.
So, but we'll get to him later because I'm sure he shows up somewhere later. But yeah, so overall, I think this was a great match. It was fun to watch. I think I was so much happier this year how it stepped up from what we had last year. Definitely a great match.
At least they won't have to redo it this year.
Joe said we don't. Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to the match of the evening. The Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal for nothing. I thought there's no title involved. Never mind. But it's the match of the evening because of the crowd. All throughout the match, the crowd was like doing the wave and saying all these things I couldn't understand what they were saying. I forgot. I don't think they even started a CM Punk chant. I thought there'd be a CM Punk chant during this because that's what usually would happen. But they started a lot of chants, and I couldn't understand what they were saying. But I did see the wave go around during this match. It's a shame because I really do like Jinder Mahal, and I thought he'd grab a win over Roman Reigns. But obviously, you can't beat Roman Reigns because he's got to go into SummerSlam and beat Brock Lesnar for the WWE title, and then have Braun probably take it away from him in a few minutes afterwards. But yeah, I mean, this is a good match for the fans because it's fun for the fans for doing all the wave and all that stuff. Otherwise, the match wasn't that great, and I really wanted to see Jinder win, but unfortunately, he didn't because he got like the giant spear off the, and Sunil was there, and Sunil faked his injury and all that. Nothing much to write home about other than the fans. I don't know. What did you have to say about this match?
Yeah, I like the Sunil angle. I mean, we all saw it coming, but it was still funny. Yeah, I'm with you. I really appreciate Jinder and the work that he's put into working on like promo work and stuff because I think he's a really good heel. He just needs to get that opportunity to like shine. I feel like, they probably won't because it's two heels. So like him and Elias could probably have a good showing with each other, but I don't know if they'll do like two heels going after because it kind of makes no point unless it's to get to the IC championship. But yeah, I feel like Jinder might right now be stuck in the like upper to mid-level mid-card position, but I feel like he could get a good push if WWE believes in him to do so.
Yeah, I mean,
more.
Sidewalk is saying "Ole, ole, ole." I think that's what they're singing. Tom's saying Jinder's actually a pretty good wrestler, a mid-card character, but God, no one wanted that match though. And then we won't say what Will said because it's vulgar. But, I still like Jinder, man. Jinder's fun to watch because, we don't have much to cheer for as an Indian wrestler besides the great Kali, who is, we don't talk about him. But, Jinder's fun to watch. He's a good heel. I think the whole anti-America angle would probably go well.
Played out.
A la like the Iron Sheik and all that back in the day and that kind of stuff, Colonel Mustafa, all those guys. But I know that that's Arab and this is Indian, but like still him wearing the U.S. title, I think that's what we talked about for a while. Him having the U.S. title would be great.
Yeah.
As a heel, a non-American having the U.S. title and, kind of rebranding it. Maybe they've rebranded it as like, I don't know how they could rebrand it, but that'd be kind of cool to have, I don't know. I just feel like Jinder could be like the Miz type of heel.
Yeah.
He just needs the right push or right story. That's what I feel about Jinder. As for Roman Reigns, they're just gonna keep shoving him down our throats until he's a champion, and that's about it. I don't know what else to say about him besides that's it. I don't know. Anything else to say about this match?
Nope.
Oh yeah, so Roman Reigns won by like a gigantic spear. If anybody cares, because if you didn't see that coming. The next match was quite. Yeah. What do you say?
Oh, Joe said sarcastically, none of us really expected that to happen.
Yeah. The next match was for the SmackDown's Women's Championship, and I didn't expect the match to go this long, but it was actually pretty fun. It was more so showing off that Carmella can kind of hang with like the best of them, because as we know, Asuka's a great wrestler. She's a good in-ring performer. Carmella's very athletic. But she actually did kind of hang for the most part. Like I usually see when I see Carmella fighting Natty, not Natty, what's the other one? Nature Boy's daughter, Charlotte. She really stumbles a lot, and there's a lot of mistakes. And I think this is one of Carmella's better matches. She actually did a good job. Did I think she was going to win cleanly? If she was going to win at all, no. And what happens is at the end we have an Asuka get up on the ring, dressed up in like a Asuka costume, like the geisha outfit. And then they take off the mask, and it's Ellsworth. Welcome back, James Ellsworth. No one cares about you. And then I guess I think Carmella did the chick kick, or whatever she calls it, the kick to the head, and got the win. And that was about it. And what's going on, Joe? And then that was pretty much it, right? And then she picked up the clean. She can call it a clean win. I don't even know if it's a clean win. It's just kind of distraction, but no interference. And people are later. Will and SydeWalk actually enjoyed this match as well. Like I think it was one of Carmella's better matches, and she actually hung with Asuka, which is great.
Yeah, it was all good to the ending. Yeah, I knew. Sorry,
you expected Asuka to win?
No. I was saying everything was going well until the ending. I thought I feel like I felt like Carmella would have won by shenanigans of some sort. If she would have beat Asuka cleanly, I don't know. I might have been upset, but like I thought that maybe the iconic duo would have been the ones to like interfere and help her like win a match, because it makes more sense. It gets more heat on them between them and whatever. And I thought it was one of them, but I couldn't remember. I was like, are they that tall? Or I mean, the height difference. And then I saw the hands. I was like, yeah, that's a man.
That's a man's hand. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was Ellsworth, and legit me, Joe, my friend, we just like deflated. We're like, seriously, didn't he get fired? I mean, no, sorry, he got feature endeavored. And we're like, really? And I mean, it gets great heat on Carmella, so good on her for that. But I'm like, we're gonna go with this again. I'm tired of it. But congrats to Carmella. She beat Asuka again. I mean, she beat Asuka. Whatever. I didn't like that ending.
I know. I wasn't happy about the ending, but I'm happy Carmella won, and Asuka could still chase for a while. Asuka will probably win at SummerSlam, if anything. So now she's like on a 2 lose streak, isn't she? Yeah. I mean, I guess if you 2 pay-per-view lose streak. Oh no, wait. At Backlash, does she wrestle?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So 2 pay-per-view. This could be. Imagine she's like one of those Daniel Bryan streaks where she just loses forever. Wow. And in case you guys don't know, when Daniel Bryan debuted in NXT or whatever, he had like this incredible losing streak. Yeah. It was a pretty good match. I didn't mind it. The ending took away from the entire match, but other than that, I think it was fun. It was a good match.
Yeah. Like I enjoyed everything. She's doing like the great heel tactic work that she does, and I know people like find it annoying, but like the screeching and the screaming, but I'm like, that's just her being a heel and getting you to hate her. So I don't really mind it. For me, it's just like, that's Carmella, and I love it. I love that she's a different heel than Alexa, who was also a different heel than who's another heel. I don't know, when Nia was a heel. Like I like that.
Or even like the Iconics too. They're different too.
Yeah, I do. I like that we have they're all heels, but they have like different like character development and tactics that they use to retain their momentum or championships if they have them. So I like that little detail.
And SydeWalk brings up an interesting point in the chat. He says that Asuka's just another women's wrestler now, which is true, because before I was saying she's like a mystical force. She was like had this aura around her, which you couldn't beat her, you couldn't touch her. She was so incredible, and now she's just like, Asuka. There she is.
It's like, it's her.
All right, let's move on to the next. Joe, you have anything to say about the match before I move on?
Well, like everyone else said, it was good until the ending, when it was revealed that Mr. No Chin was back, and then it was, the last thing I remember hearing about Ellsworth was that he was contending for the NWA championship against Nick Aldis, who is the husband of Mickie James. That was like the last thing I remember hearing about him. So I thought he was still in the independents.
Well, they got to bring people back because it's. I have no idea why. All right. Well, our next match was quite an entertaining match, but once again, with the results, I don't know if we were too happy about. But it was the last man standing match, where it featured AJ Styles, our WWE champion, defending against Shinsuke Nakamura, and it was actually a very entertaining match. Like I think it was one of their better matches. It was great to see all the like high spots. The ending was awesome, how it happened, but the result is what I don't know if I agree with, because this is just like, what are we doing now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was great technically wrestle match, great strong spots, like from the strong style, back and forth, great at Kinshasas and knees, and everything was great. And then the ending was seeing a phenomenal forearm, which was amazing, phenomenal, I should say, springboard to the outside, hitting Shinsuke into like the table, breaking the table or whatever. That was awesome. And Shinsuke couldn't answer the count. But like, so AJ is still your champion. But why? What was that, 4 or 5 in a row now that AJ's won? I mean, not counting SmackDown. You know, I'm talking about pay-per-views. Like 4 maybe? I don't know. But like, come on. Like, I was hoping Shinsuke could win so we can continue the feud. Why should Shinsuke even get a shot? Who's coming up next? Like, you know what I mean? It was a great match until AJ won. Even though the way he won was awesome, I was kind of hoping Shinsuke would finally get one. And then, but the thing is, I think he can't talk on the mic. That's the thing. Like, what's he gonna do? You know? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm in agreement. This was the perfect opportunity to get the belt on Shinsuke and then have AJ chase him because they'll continue this rivalry. And now I feel like this rivalry was, and to me, it felt pointless because I was like, what were we doing? Why were we building Shinsuke up so much just to bring him back down? I don't quite get it. I mean, I don't want to go the whole like racial route, like they don't want to see Shinsuke of his Japanese accent and not being able to talk like 100% great English, but he's the type of person who doesn't really need to talk that much, especially as a heel, and especially when he had one of the most entertaining, one of my favorite contract signings on SmackDown last week or 2 weeks ago, where it was legit 5 minutes in and out, and we didn't have to break a table, but we got so much character work done, and I was just, so now I kind of don't even know where we go from here with Shinsuke. I mean, AJ will be fine because he'll just have another challenger to face, and because right now I do not want to see Shinsuke versus AJ again.
No, I don't think it's going to be that, but I mean, it's like the match was obviously good, although it was a little. I had a feeling AJ was going to retain, but it was kind of like deflating to see AJ win after Shinsuke had built up so much. He had really it was Shinsuke chose the match and everything, and then he lost. But at the same time, Shinsuke, I do believe Shinsuke did defeat the United States champion Jeff Hardy on an episode of SmackDown. So now it seems like maybe that's where it's going to go. That Shinsuke is going to chase after the U.S. title and possibly win it from Jeff Hardy. So then it's like, which basically is WWE saying, well, you're not going to get the big title, but here's the U.S. title as a consolation prize. Since we know now because once you get that title, you'll be the anti-American foreign heel. And
just like on gender to be, yeah.
And then, but then also it also seems like it's probably, I think the other rumor I've heard is that the next opponent for the next rivalry for AJ will be Samoa Joe, which would be good, and it would also be good to actually see Joe go over, but we'll just have to see how everything plays out.
See, that would be a good stable too. Joe and Shinsuke would be a good stable because Joe can talk and Shinsuke could be like, I don't know.
I was gonna say that this was the first time that the main announce table got broken before the Spanish or German announce table. I just thought that was they broke tradition. I thought that was fun.
SydeWalk agrees he's not sure why AJ won, and Thomas chimed in that Shinsuke needs a manager or he'll just fall into obscurity. So he should probably go away for a while and come back with a kick-ass manager. That's what I was going to say is Mr. Fuji's still alive, but I don't think Mr. Fuji's alive, and I don't think he has the ability to...
No, he's not, but I mean, Funaki works for WWE and speaks...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I don't think Funaki would be all... Yeah, it can't be...
He was SmackDown's #1 announcer.
I know he was, but... I don't know who it could be, but, like, they need, like, that type of thing. Like, when Mr. Fuji was the mouthpiece of, like, Yokozuna. Because Yokozuna could never talk on the mic, but yet he was like that indomitable force as a champion, and that was great. And that's what Shinsuke could be with his strong style. But he needs a real manager. Maybe they bring someone from New Japan, someone I don't know. Like like that'd be cool. But like a Mr. Fuji type. It doesn't even have to be Japanese. I'm saying, but like that's like how Mr. Fuji was to Yokozuna is what I want someone to be to Shinsuke. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is a fantastic match. Awesome ending. Just the result was, So that brings us. So I'll let Alicia talk about because she loves Nia Jax. The next match is for the women's Raw Women's Champion, and then I'll get to what I have to say later on after So go ahead. So it's Raw Women's Champion Nia Jax against Ronda Rousey.
I have a confession to make. I wasn't particularly looking forward to this match, only because well, one, everyone knows I love heel Nia. I think that's what she's done her best work on, and because even I can admit she's not the best on the mic, and she's not really one to carry a match. And then we have Green as the grass Rousey in her very first televised single match for the women's championship, and I was so afraid that she was going to win that I didn't think would be deserved. And but again, much like at WrestleMania, I was pleasantly surprised. Ronda did a very good job. She sold the heck out of Nia's moves. Nia was still looking strong, just tossing. She legit looked like she was just tossing the belt around the way she was tossing Ronda around so flimsily. And then I did like that switch near the end of the match where Ronda was like, you know what, you keep knocking me down, I'm just gonna keep coming at you and then she did those UFC strikes and actually did a judo flip. Is that what it's called?
Judo throw. A
judo throw of Nia, which was really cool to see. Not many people can get Nia off the ground, which is really lovely to see. And but I still was like clutching my fist, like, oh my goodness, they're gonna have Ronda be this defeated person and out of nowhere just shock the world and get the title. But we got saved. Got saved by the angel known as Bliss.
Miss Bliss comes in right with her briefcase and starts hitting Ronda Rousey with it, right, to cause disqualification and having Ronda win the match. Then she throws her into the announcer table and starts hitting Nia with the thing, and then starts working her arm, and then she cashes in. And what happens? She hits the twisted DDT or whatever it's called twice, and then she goes to the top. DDT twice. And then she works the arm, and then she rolls it to the corner and does the twisted bliss. And 1, 2, 3, your new Raw Women's Champion, Little Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, back to being number one in my heart, though she never left. But she's also the number one woman on Raw again. And it was great. It was great. It was a good match. I think, like you said, Ronda put up a great match. It was great to watch, entertaining. She had probably less slip-ups than Carmella's had in her, for being as seasoned as Carmella's supposed to be, going through NXT and all that. I thought it was great. A good match overall, great ending. This is like us happy from bell to bell.
Yeah, and again, they still keep Nia looking strong because Alexa just cashed in on the quote-unquote injured arm that Ronda worked on throughout the match with the arm bars and all that. So she still gets to look strong. And now my hope is maybe we can hopefully see Ronda in matches on Raw. And there's speculation that maybe it'll be triple threat at what's next? Extreme Rules.
It'll be a triple threat. It'll be a triple threat Extreme Rules match for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, which I don't mind. Because it's like there's a legitimate reason now for that because Ronda's gonna be pissed, Nia's pissed, everyone's pissed except for Alexa because she has the title back again. So it's like there's like a reason for it if that is to happen. So, but I feel like it could go either way where we could have Alexa and Ronda having a matchup together, or just going back to her and Nia, or we do Nia and Ronda for the number contenders. So there's a lot of things to play around with on Raw itself that I'm actually looking forward to see how it plays out, which I haven't been in the position of having the luxury in the last couple of weeks.
Right. Tom saying Ronda's really impressed him. Couldn't stand how she debuted, but she's been giving solid performances and turning his opinion around. So that's cool. I agree too. Like we all said, she's doing great ring work. Her mic skills may not be the best, but whenever she smiles for me, I'm happy. That's all. But now we get to see her. We get to see Alexa with the belt again over the shoulder, much like my phone texting thing, as well as my background on my computer. So yeah, Alexa Bliss is your new women's champion, Raw Women's Champion, and I cannot be more thrilled. So it brings us to our main event, which I kind of don't really remember. I mean, I saw most of it, but I missed a complete last minute of it and how it happened.
There's only a few highlights that you can legit that people will point to with this match.
So the match was for the men's Money in the Bank, and it featured Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, what's his name, Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman, The Miz. I don't know who that is behind my head. Who's that behind my head?
Is that Rusev?
Yeah.
Oh, Rusev. Yeah. Rusev, Finn Balor, and then one member of the New Day, which happened to be Kofi Kingston, because why not? He's the best high flyer. There was the best spot I thought, in my opinion, like, so, obviously it's gonna be mayhem because there's 8 guys, right, and they're all doing crazy ladder stuff. They took out Braun right from the beginning. Everyone went after him, kind of thing. They threw every single ladder on him, so he was out cold, kind of underneath like all the ladders at the top of the ramp.
It's what Kevin Owens has been trying to champion for like the last 2 weeks, and everyone was like dismissing him. But yeah, that's the first thing we do when they get in the ring. I was like, you made Kevin Owens look like an idiot. But
also Miz is kind of directing a lot of traffic, and Sidewalk saying he disliked it because the Miz had 0 offense. And Thomas saying, I hope this leads to New Day leads to jealousy and a breakup for the New Day.
Nah.
Maybe. I think there's it's too much of a selling point for them, just like John Cena turning heel.
Their chemistry and charisma is way too good right now that they can't be split up right now.
Well, my favorite moment of the match was when Kofi did his trust fall and they caught him, but they kind of botched it a little bit because they had to pick him up again. And then Finn Balor came and did his like suicide plancha, corkscrew, whatever, over the top and hit him. And that was just really well done. And like I really want to see Finn Balor get a push because I do like Finn Balor a lot. But it was still, I think once again, we said this about the last like 4 matches or whatever. Great match. Just the ending, well, except for the Alexa Bliss match.
Yeah, I just wanted to say rest in peace, Kevin Owens.
Did he die again?
You didn't see that spot?
No. Remember, did he die 2 Money Banks ago? Remember, like, oh my gosh, Kevin Owens dead. Remember that when they dropped him on his head with a brain buster onto the chair? He died again.
Samoa and I forget who else. Might have been Rusev. Were like trying to hold Braun down because he came back from underneath the ladders at some point, and had them down on some random table near the entrance, and Kevin was climbing up to the top of the ladder to jump down onto him, and of course
Braun pushed
Braun got out, and then Braun like choke slammed him after Kevin Owens begged him and said he was sorry, that was great, and he just like choke slammed him down to the table, and it just looked destructive. And
that was a good spot though, right? That was supposed to.
And everyone's just like
when he got dropped on his head and like died, like whatever that pay-per-view was.
It was it was one of those like just devastating bumps that he took. And then of course I know it's worked, like it's just all a work, but like seeing Braun like burrow through a ladder and the Miz face, if no one has made a meme about that by now, someone get on it, because it was priceless.
Also, the Rusev triple accolade kind of thing was kind of cool. Whatever it was.
He did a double.
He tried to turn it into a triple, but then Samoa Joe came from behind. But it was a fun match overall. But I don't see how what happened, how he won. But Braun ended up winning, and I think Tom texted right away, saying, "I don't, Braun obviously doesn't need this. He doesn't need this." I think he said he wanted Samoa Joe to win because it'd be cool to have Samoa Joe lurking in the background. But why does Braun need this? Now he's just going to call up Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's not going to show up, kind of thing. That's basically what it is. And how did he even win? I don't even know how he won. But welcome, Entertained also. How you doing, Entertained?
He climbed up the ladder and grabbed the briefcase.
Oh,
yeah, but where did everyone else go? Did he just go? Did he go raw and the sonic boom just sent everyone away and climbed up? Like, what happened to get? He got a clean path to the thing.
I feel like the Miz was involved, and then he slammed him somewhere. But that could have been earlier in the match. I don't remember.
Slammed like everybody.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, I agree. Braun doesn't need it. He's Braun freaking Strowman. He doesn't need any sort of like quote unquote gimmick to get to a title shot. He can just murder people and do it on his own. Because again, I was with you. I was kind of hoping it would be Samoa Joe or The Miz or Finn or the dark horse of Rusev getting it. But that didn't happen. We got 2 Raw superstars, which I was surprised to see 2 Raw superstars get the belt, even though Alexa Cash was in right away. But
right.
And what I want to remember was like both the mixed tag teams won the Money in the Bank. They did say that they were going to, so
Yeah.
they predicted it.
In the chat, Com Zambino said the new date has gotten stale, and I said they're staler than the pancakes that they give out. Entertain says the same reason Roman wasn't in the match, because they already get the matches they need. I feel like if he wins all the big events because they don't have a belt for him just yet. Well, they shouldn't give him they shouldn't give him the wins though. That's, I feel like he's gonna get his match, like you said, Entertained, but someone like they could build over the course of time, like Finn Balor, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, even what's his face? Finn Balor, Rusev, yeah. Miz, they could hold on to that for a while and milk it. And that's how they build over time. Because Braun Strowman's gonna get his match. He's gonna get his match. So why have it at Money in the Bank? No point. I think they dropped the ball there. So but Braun Strowman is your Mr. Money in the Bank, I guess, right? It was always more fun to watch. Monster in the Bank, yes. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a triple threat match. I feel like he's gonna be the first person to cash in. I think he might be the first person to cash in the match and win with a real match. Like John Cena did it, and he lost. I think Braun Strowman will be the first person to cash in legitimately, like not in like a devious way or not in an underhanded way, and actually win the match. I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be Braun Strowman.
Yeah. Although I have a gripe with Michael Cole. Well, that's usually every week. I'm pretty sure it was either Cole or Coach who said Alexa's cash-in was one of the greatest cash-ins of all time. And I was like, excuse me. No, it wasn't. I love Alexa to pieces, but that was not one of the best cash-ins of all time. I'm sorry. That will probably still always go to Edge. Cashing in, I believe, on the Taker at Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber was the best when he cashed in. Because like John Cena was against John Cena, I'm pretty sure, right? And John Cena beat every single person. I think John Cena happened to be the first person in, right? It was like, because he lost the match, so he had to be the first person in. He ended up beating everybody. He's like, yes! And that was like the first, might have been the first ever cash in also, right?
Yeah,
and it was actually legitimate too. I think it was the first ever because he actually gave it to Vince McMahon, not to like a referee. He gave it to Vince McMahon because Vince McMahon said there's one more thing left to do tonight. And like Edge came out, and that was the best. And that was the first ever, I think. And it was still kind of like a legit match because he didn't like attack him or anything. He actually fought him and won.
I thought he speared him in one, but that might have been against Taker. I can't, because he did it on Taker as well. It's like almost the same style.
Right? No. Cena, like they raised the Elimination Chamber, and Edge didn't surprise. He surprised him, but he said like, I'm cashing in. They both were already ready to go, but obviously Cena was already tired from beating everybody in Elimination Chamber. So yeah, that was probably the best ever, I think.
And then probably also maybe in my top 5 would probably be Steph's cash in at WrestleMania, which was still great. But yeah, we're getting off topic. Yeah. That's
what Tom Zambino says. Seth's cash-in was the best because it saved us from Roman becoming champion.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So I guess we can go with our low point, our high point, and our overall grade. Is Joe awake still to do that, or did he fall asleep?
Trying to stay awake.
All right, so Joe, give us your low point, your high point, and then your overall grade.
I didn't see the whole thing, so I can't really give a low point and a high point if I didn't really see the whole thing.
You saw the same amount as Cal did.
I mean, I would say for the
Come on, Joe.
I'm really kind of drawing a little bit of a blank as to what to go for the high point. I guess I'll go for the low point. Low point will be the ending of the WWE Championship match, just the fact that AJ won, and it basically like killed all the momentum that Shinsuke had. And I would say my high point of the matches I saw. I'd probably say I give it to Ronda Rousey's performance, of the fact of how, despite how new she is to professional wrestling, that she still she was still able to sell very well and put on a good show. make herself look like she could legit be the champion in so little time. Overall grade, I would say probably about a C. Could have definitely been better, but although it was a fairly decent pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think for me, my low point will probably be the return of James Ellsworth, just because I was really enjoying my time with that match, and I like the women doing women things. I don't think they need a man to interfere unless it like legit makes sense to the story, which so far that did not. My high point though is also going to go to the women though, but for the Money in the Bank match, because I really enjoyed it. They had some really good spots, and I thought Naomi was going to be beheaded one time when she slid underneath the ladder, but they overall it was like a complete 180 of the match from last year, which I did enjoy at times, but this one I enjoyed throughout. And I think my overall grade, I think I'm gonna go C plus B minus, because overall I did enjoy the pay per view. It's just some things could have been tightly executed a little bit more. Definitely grades above Backlash. So I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the pay per view, so I'll give it the passing grade.
All right. As for some people in the chat, we have Tom Zambino, who, as you guys know, is a roving reporter. He says the best part of the match was Alexa Bliss cashing in. The low point was the New Day going with Kofi. And I need a letter grade from you, Tom. What his letter grade is. As for SydeWalk says the low point was the Lashley match. The high point was the chokeslam by Braun, and he gave it an overall B minus. Entertain did like Kofi as a good choice. I feel like he's more agile. That's why he had it was cool. For me, I didn't see most of it, like I said, so I probably would have thought the Lashley match was the low point, but since I didn't get to see it, I'm gonna have to go with a lot of the results we saw, like AJ winning. Even though I love AJ, him winning didn't make sense to me. Seeing Elias win would have been kind of cool. A lot of the results for the most part. Obviously, the high point were like the women's Money in the Bank, but you could tie that into the next part, piggyback off Alexa winning to cashing in and winning, so that was even better. So all much sweeter. Entertain says his high point was the cash in by Alexa Bliss. So it seems like a lot of people are liking the Alexa Bliss cash in and winning. Overall grade for me, probably like a B, solid B. I enjoyed it. I guess maybe because I didn't see the bad matches. So I guess I can give it a B. If I had to factor in the bad matches, I'd probably give it a B minus or a C plus, but I didn't really see them, so I'm going to give it a B. I still have no letter grade from Tom Zambino, so I'm going to say Tom Zambino is giving it a B minus. That's what I think Tom Zambino is giving it, because that's a Tom Zambino number. Letter. Great. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Is Joe back, or does he want to do his plugs, or?
You got anything plug?
No.
Okay. No.
Go ahead, Delisha. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, if you want to, you can try to find him on Facebook at Joseph P. Butler. He may add you. He may not. I find that a good game to try. Actually, if anyone has ever tried, let us know in the comments. I want to know.
Yeah.
That's Joseph P. Butler on Facebook.
He's B minus Tom Zambino, so that's correct.
Okay. All right. I'm with it. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at Delisha_Renee. I'm not currently doing anything besides working and trying to stay cool in this heat. Someone send me ice. But I will plug that you should, even on he'll plug himself, check out Kingslayer Network's Twitch. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm not a big gamer, but he always seems to be having fun with it, so I really enjoy that. I enjoy people who can entertain me while they're playing, because if I'm just watching someone play, it's boring. Sorry, gamers who just stream their playing, but I need some entertainment with my streaming. And then you can also check out OSP every other Monday, where we talk cool pop culture news going on around the world, and fans get to ask their own questions and we answer them. So there are my plugs.
Thank you, Delisha. I appreciate it. Yeah, as for me, I am the People's Champ Cal. You can find me here on the Kingslayer Network every day, 11 a.m. Eastern, playing some Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and then again at 4 p.m. Eastern with a random game, depending on what day it is. And then also, you can hit me up on Twitter at KingslayerNet. I don't know if Delisha gave her name. Did you give her Twitter?
Yes, I did.
At Delisha. Okay. And then Joe was like at Septa something with a bunch of letters and numbers that I can never remember because it's so complicated. But
yeah, Known him for almost 6 years. I still don't know it either.
Yes. And I guess the next time you'll see us as a group for AfterMat, I don't know if Tom Zambino will be back, but Tom Zambino you can check out at Road Raider 3. He's another part of our team. He's going to hopefully have another Cars and Popcorn coming out soon on Zed Reviews on YouTube, so please check him out on Zed Reviews YouTube. But, you know, next time you'll see us is Extreme Rules in July. I think it's July 15th, so you'll probably see us at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. July 16th for episode 3 of AfterMat, where we're talking about Extreme Rules 2018, live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I think it is. So the Steel
Tom
City
will be there, or we're putting him in a casket match.
Oh, he will be there in a casket match. There you go. Yeah, so maybe we'll see him. Maybe we'll have a Rollins report or something because Brock Lesnar is not here and we miss seeing Tom's face on camera. But hopefully he'll be back for Zed Reviews on his channel, Zed Reviews, and at Road Raider 3, talk about some Cars and Popcorn, guys. I guess that's pretty much it. I still don't have an ending thing to this. I should try to think of that. How about you guys think of something and tweet at us at after_Matt or any of us on Twitter what our sign out should be for this show. Keep slamming for your goals. No, that sounds so stupid. I don't know what we're going to say, but we have a cool outro music, so that's kind of cool. But until the next time, guys, we'll see you guys July 16th for Extreme Rules. Yep. Later, everybody.
Stay extreme, guys.
Yes, or stay Money in the Bank. Or cash in like Alexa Bliss. My number one WWE wife. See you guys.
Yeah.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't want to miss a beat. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and